it working?
Yes.
Are we live? Should we bring it up on this screen to see if it's working?
Yeah, please feel free to bring it up on that one. This should be giving it. Sorry, everyone.
And this is on the game from walkthroughs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's my face.
Oh God, we're on screen. We're famous. People know us. God, he's still fixing his hair, huh?
Who, me?
Is there such thing?
I got it. It's looking good now.
All right. Well, I assume we're live if I'm seeing myself there,
Yeah.
my past self.
Oh.
That's not it. Are you seriously trying to find the live stream on the regular GameFront.com channel?
No!
No, we just can't find it at all. Oh, give us a sec.
There it is.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah, James is trying to find the stream so that he can read the chat a little bit easier.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello, world. So this is a GameFront Live Q&A with Mitch, James, and Zach. I have a list of 5 questions. There it is. I have a list of 5 questions that I think you guys are going to ask by the end of this this whole stream. Let's see if you guys can prove me right. So let's see. Do we have any questions here? The plan is to bombard the chat with plans for James to start Dragon's Dogma walk, or I guess they're trying to get a plan going.
Oh, I think we're doing it.
I think we are doing it. In fact, you wanted to announce that in this.
Yeah,
right?
well, actually, I wanted to announce it tomorrow during the Ornstein and Smo battle.
Oh.
My reasoning
cat's out of
for
the bag.
this. My reasoning for this is that if we want to do a Dragon's Dogma walkthrough expert style, my goal is to go from beginning to end and show you how to do it as efficiently as I have Dark Souls. And we need people to be watching it. Otherwise, there's just not we can't afford the time to put forth to finish the game, right?
Yes.
So I
Exactly.
wanted to say it with the Dark Souls video. That way we got as many people as possible to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully they would then watch the Dragon's Dogma expert walkthrough.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense to me. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't played a lick of it. I've watched over your shoulder a couple times, and the game actually looks a little like Dark Souls to me, but then again, I can find similarities of Dark Souls anywhere.
You know, I don't think the games are that similar. It always kind of made me raise my eyebrow whenever people were saying that Dragon's Dogma is like the Capcom answer to Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well.
whatever. Anything else that we're saying?
Boxer or briefs?
Boxers. I mean, I'm sure you've already seen in several videos me flashing my boxers to the camera.
Yeah,
Thanks, James.
That's one sweet
Sorry. Whatever's on sale is what I buy. So if they're boxers, they're boxers. If they're briefs, they're briefs. And sometimes I get those boxers that are briefs.
the boxer briefs.
The boxer briefs.
Yes.
That's
What about you?
I wear boxer briefs.
Oh, man. You guys are fancy. Have I watched Attack on Titan? Yes, I have. I actually think it's a great anime. You guys should watch Attack on Titan. It's a great show.
What is Attack on Titan?
It's a new anime that's airing right now in Japan, but it's you can watch it through Crunchyroll, which is a online streaming site for anime.
And it's in English then?
It's subtitled in English.
That's nice.
It's really good. What else? Is this, people can't see anything? That's a shame.
I'd say hit refresh if you can't see anything. Should see our faces.
Uh-huh.
Somebody said I'm not good at Dark Souls. They obviously didn't see that I beat it twice in an expert walkthrough.
And you beat the DLC too. You beat
And I beat
Manus,
the
you beat the dragon. Man,
Yeah.
you
And-
are an expert at Dark
And
Souls.
now I'm playing it, my personal, like on my own PC, I'm playing it with like dexterity. I'm actually evening out all the skills, but it's a physical combat style.
You know, I'm curious to see how you do in Dark Souls if you do not have overpowered magic.
I'm actually way better at it
Really?
now. Yeah, I've gotten way better at using a sword and a spear.
All right. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this stream tomorrow for Ornstein and Smog.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zach going to be making any walkthroughs in the near? Actually, that was one I wanted to put on this, but I didn't.
Oh, that would have
No.
been a good
But
one.
that was a good question. Is Zach going to be making any walkthroughs in the future? Zach, do you want to answer that question?
Yes. No.
Oh.
No.
What else?
Okay. I
Which-
can't tell if the chat is updating.
I don't think James knows what kind of class is going to be in Dragon's Dogma. Do you know in general? I mean, I can give you the choices.
You give me the choices.
You could be a straight up warrior.
Okay.
You can be a warrior who also uses a little bit of magic. You can be a straight up sorcerer, which is what I was. You can be a magic archer. You can be a magic. Well, I already said magic warrior. You could be a.
Is there a necromancer?
No.
I like taking
It's
necromancers.
basically there's 3 base classes. There's warrior, there's mage, and there's archer, and there's combinations
So,
between them.
yeah. Okay.
I might do archer because I've never done that before in any
I was
game.
gonna say that sounds really fun.
Magic archer actually is what people tell me to do a lot.
That might be
So-
the one I take then. I've never played an archer character in any games.
Uh,
Typically, I'll choose a necromancer if it's available, a sorcerer if it's available because I like watching the cool spell effects. And then the final thing is I like to take anything that can go invisible. You know, if there's like a thief or a rogue character that does that.
yeah, I don't picture you as using the invisibility that much.
You know, you might not have seen me do it very often, but I feel like in my past I used to use invisibility type things as like an oral decoy, where I could trick enemies. I like the feeling of being able to trick the AI.
Mm.
You know.
Or at least the feeling of feeling like it's tricking the AI. What else we got here? James, are you giving up on Guacamelee?
No, in fact, I just exported another video. That game is freaking hard.
What's your favorite tipple to get wasted with?
What is tipple?
That's I didn't want to ask that because I thought I would look lame for not knowing what a tipple is, but apparently you don't know what it is either.
No.
What's a tipple?
Does anybody know what a tipple is? Here's our question. I
Yeah.
guess Zach was right yesterday if we were going to have any questions. It's what is a tipple?
What else? Are you gonna do a Dark Souls 2 playthrough? No, we're stopping with 3, 4, 5 playthroughs of Dark Souls, 2 playthroughs of Demon Souls. We're stopping there. It's too much Dark Souls. Of course we're gonna be doing Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Of course.
Oh.
We love Dark Souls. We love the people who love Dark Souls, and
Yeah.
is this working? Yeah, it should be. I mean, it seems like people are watching it.
Yeah, there are people that don't seem to be able to watch it, but then there's others that can. Maybe it's because we're streaming in HD and perhaps people's internet connection can't handle it?
I think they should be able to lower the setting.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. What's with James's hair? James, what's with your hair today?
You know, I've been trying. There's a couple problems with my hair. One of them is I cannot wash my hair during the week. I can only wash it on Friday nights because then I have Saturday and Sunday for it to go back to normal. If I wash my hair, it gets really puffy. But I don't know what's happened here. It's like in this interim of like, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's too long. I probably got to cut it.
That's kind of gross, actually, hearing that you only wash your hair once a week.
Well, I mean, I get water on it, but I don't know if you understand what my hair's like. If I wash my hair every day, it just turns into this big, like, fluffy pillow.
I would actually like to see that.
No, you don't want to see that. It's almost embarrassing.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great punishment for Dangerous Games to make you wash your hair.
Yeah, but today, like, it's just gotten too long.
Oh, what else do we got?
I was thinking about dreading it again.
Yeah?
I used to have dreads down to here.
I'm dreading that idea.
I'm dreading that idea. Mm-hmm.
We'll be here all night.
Yeah, but it takes a long time. When you first get dreads, they're like these little nubs on your head.
That's what I thought tipple was alcohol.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sure we all thought that.
Okay, so then now we can answer it. What kind of tipple do you like to get wasted on?
Me?
You, Zach.
The drunk? I prefer vodka.
And I think that I'm going to throw this out there. You're a fan of Tito's, or is that
Yeah.
just because that's what I drank at your place?
No,
before?
Tito's is my brand.
Why
It's
do you like
American made.
Tito's? It's American.
made in Texas.
America! Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Nice, Mitch.
I don't drink.
Cosmopolitans.
You son of a bitch. I don't really drink. I usually drink whatever my friends buy for me.
So apple teenies.
I haven't had an apple tea yet. Are they good?
You'd love
They are
them.
delicious. Are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
How can you not?
I mean, I've seen them on Scrubs. They,
Right,
they look
right.
delicious.
They are delicious.
And JD speaks very highly of them.
They are. I mean, especially when they give you a wedge or a slice of apple with it. Hello.
Yeah, and I like Scotch whiskey.
I knew you were gonna say this.
My favorite. Well, I like a lot of whiskeys, but I like
Whiskeys, yeah.
Scotch whiskey the best.
Mm.
The more smoky it tastes, the more I like it. Mm-hmm.
All right, what else we got? Now that we've talked about our drinking habits,
Yeah.
I think you're scrolling a little too far down, James.
I guess so.
I've always wanted to have that Scotch whiskey that they had in Lost. I can't remember what it was.
Favorite game this generation? Just one. My favorite game this generation. Huh. Extra toughie. You know, it's probably because I'm still on a Bioshock Infinite high, but I would almost want to say Bioshock Infinite.
Of this generation.
Yeah. It's close. Dark Souls is definitely up there too.
Mhm.
But I really loved Bioshock Infinite. I loved everything about that game, and it makes me mad when people talk bad about that game. So that's worth something, right?
What's your favorite game this generation?
Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel.
You lie.
Is that really?
You lie,
no,
sir.
no. It's hard to. I need to pass for a second. You
Okay, well, I mean, it's not that hard for me because I loved Aliens, Colonial Marines.
You guys
But there's-
answer the question properly.
Okay, fine. I really like Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite game of this generation because technically that's still this generation, even though it's from.
You like it more than Skyrim?
I do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I played it again, I wouldn't. But my memories of how much fun I had with Fallout 3 surpass even the amount of fun I had with Skyrim, which is probably my second favorite game. And then third would be Dark Souls. The nice thing about Dark Souls is I'm not that interested in it for the story, which with Fallout and Skyrim, it's every time I played it, I wanted to change the story. With Dark Souls, every time I play it, I learn the story more. And then secondly, I'm not really playing just for the story. I like the challenge of it. It's just a constant challenge that doesn't get boring.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Zach, you echo Fallout 3?
Oh, Bioshock.
Bioshock 1?
Yeah.
You liked it more than Infinite?
Mhm.
Okay,
Infinite wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Bioshock.
that's true. That's true. What else? I don't know why people can't see the stream. It makes me sad. Could you guys play retro games like an SNES or N64 Zelda, for example? That's actually a very good
Who's
question.
asking that? That's got to be somebody that's
is that
an
Mark?
employee. Mark, did you just make a new name?
No, that's legit. We actually just were talking last Friday about James doing a walkthrough for Link to the Past.
Yeah, we're going to start doing some retro stuff.
Yeah.
We were going to start it this week. I don't see it happening this week, so I want to start it off right. We got to find out what the exact formula of that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you would like me to join you on that, I would be more than happy to sit over your shoulder and talk bad about you while you make mistakes.
Well, I mean, here's openly and honestly, I'm thinking that's a good idea, but one of the ideas of it is playing throughout the game through the character's head
Mm-hmm.
and being that character. And I feel like if there's two of us and one of us is being Link, then it makes it a little weird.
I could be the other voice in Link's head.
That's a good idea. But yeah, we haven't 100% settled on it, but we are going to be doing some retro games.
Let's see, what else?
Has James ever considered a professional tennis career? I got hit in the balls real bad one time playing tennis, and I don't want to make a career out of getting hit in the balls. That's for sure.
Did you play tennis?
I mean, I played tennis. I played tennis in high school, not on the team, in gym class, and then I played tennis with my girlfriend, who was really good. And she could aim it at my balls. I'm telling you, she did it on purpose. I had to crawl home.
Yeah. All my friends in high school were on the tennis team, so just by association, I played a bunch of tennis.
Are you
Was
good?
never good enough to go on the team, but it was all right. What else we got?
I played tennis too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We should play sometime.
I will destroy you.
Will you?
I'll tell you what. I'll take both of
Are
you
you pretty
guys
good?
on.
I used to be pretty good.
I'll
man,
take
probably
you
will
guys
destroy
on, and my girlfriend will be on my team. And she will hit you guys in your balls so hard. I don't understand how she can aim it.
What else we got? Turns out the last year's. Oh, I'm sorry.
If I could recommend something, I'd say try a new browser.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what you're using, but
if you're
it's usually my go-to.
If you're using Chrome, switch to Firefox. If you're using Firefox, switch to Chrome.
Well, I'll tell you what, these guys that are saying they can't see this,
Are the
and you're
trolls?
telling them, all right, now you want to go over here. They aren't seeing this.
Oh.
So they're
But
not
are they
gonna,
hearing it?
Probably not. Probably not, because we're not really that visually stimulating. I'm sure that if it was just audio, they'd be fine. But just for visual stimulation.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just trying to do something visual.
Oh, I thought we were getting some oral stimulation.
Alright.
Oh!
Someone was asking if I think, or if anyone thinks, Fuse is going to be good. We have a video on the walkthrough channel of me playing through the demo where I basically say I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I actually watched that video,
Yeah.
which says something.
Because Zach never watches my videos.
No, I was
He-
actually compelled to learn more about Fuse, and I enjoyed your playthrough of it.
Oh, I thank you.
It made me want to get it.
I was going to say, usually it seems like you get annoyed or whenever I play games. Because you never watch my streams.
That is true.
You don't watch my streams either. I watch both of your guys' streams.
I don't even know how to watch a stream. I would probably be frustrated right now trying to figure out how to see this. I don't know how many people follow me on Twitch. I don't even know how to. I don't know.
It can
Barely.
be a tricky number to figure out.
Yeah.
I can't even figure
it's
out
at
how to
least three
change the
numbers.
name of what I'm streaming. All I know is when I go to the home page, an advertisement shows up, and I just try to close the browser as fast as possible.
Or, you could just watch the 30-second ad.
Mm-mm.
Or go turbo.
I go like this.
Turbo-tastic.
What else we got? Will Danger ever return to Skyrim? Absolutely, especially if Elder Scrolls Online has a Skyrim.
That would be cool.
What is your guys' biggest regret?
In
Wow.
general?
In
Yeah.
general.
Not just... Okay.
That's a pretty good one. Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Back in the year 2006, I believe, I've always been a creative type, doing improv, acting, stuff like that. And I had a friend of mine that was a really close friend. He was a photographer and a filmmaker. And we did a video once where I was cutting my dreadlocks off on a rooftop and had some cool stuff. And he asked me to go on a train ride, I don't know if this is an inappropriate way to say it, but like a hobo, and backpack on this train. And we were going to make a documentary out of it. And I had a job as an assistant manager at a Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and I was like, too important, gotta stay at my job, otherwise where will my future be? And he went and did amazing photography, made a book out of it, never made a video out of it. But that is something that if I could turn back time, that is the only thing that I feel like I chickened out of because I was too afraid to give it all up and just go on the road.
That sounds like a good regret, knowing what happened with it. But
I turned out good. My life's pretty sweet, but I do feel like that was one thing that I really will never get a chance to experience again.
all right. I would say that was a legitimate concern back in the time of that happening, of not wanting to go.
Well, what are you going to do with any job? If you can survive, that's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way. I'm lucky. I have a family that if I was homeless, they would take me in and let me start again. There would have been no permanent long-term thing. The worst that would have happened is I would have lost my apartment. So it's you got to live a little sometimes. Take some risks.
All right. My greatest regret. It's. Compared to that, it's gonna sound like such a loser thing. But my greatest regret is going stag at prom.
Really?
Yeah. It's one of those things where I was too much of a pussy at prom to ask people out, and I ended up going stag with a bunch of
People.
friends. Huh?
Nothing. Like girl, right?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
weren't specific. You
Oh,
said
well,
people.
yes, a girl.
So I didn't know if you were just wanting to leave your options open or.
Or maybe it was a tennis team that he was thinking about asking.
And yeah, just talking with people talking with girls over the years and realizing like people or girls expected me to ask them and then I never did, and yeah, it was a regret.
Zach, can I ask something really quick?
It's not my tattoos.
What?
It's not my tattoos. That's what you're gonna ask.
What do you mean? Is it your tattoo?
My biggest regret.
Oh, no, I was actually just gonna ask if it's possible to, without damaging anything, add this to Twitch for people that can't see it.
Oh yeah.
Or is that going to be impossible?
I think it's totally possible.
Now, yes.
Oh, wait, sorry, I clicked the wrong. I went under announce.
Okay.
There we go.
So now it will also be on Twitch, just because there's some fans out there that can't see it, and I don't want that to be the case for people.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll get the
Do you
word.
want to bring up the Twitch chat then, or as well, and just so we?
You have no idea how unfamiliar with Twitch I am. I'm still trying to figure out YouTube.
Oh my God, James! Twitch.tv/Gamefront.
Twitch.
Also, Twitch.tv/Gamefront. We stream there every now and then.
Yeah.
Game.
My biggest
Slash.
regret would be not graduating high school.
TV. We'll do that first.
What was your decision for not, or why did you end up not graduating?
Because I hated that place.
No.
Wait, what's your biggest regret?
Not graduating high school.
Make sure
Oh,
you
yeah?
mute it there too.
Okay.
There you
There.
go.
I got my GED and everything. I'm educated still.
Zach's
I went
one of
I
the
went to
smartest people I know.
schools afterwards, but
I saw a good question there. If aside from Gamefront, what would be your dream job?
The truth is, I really loved working at a coffee shop. It was I like pretty much every job that I've had, but working at a coffee shop was an opportunity for me to talk to people constantly, and I was really good at making like art pictures and lattes. I'd want to own a coffee shop.
My dream job, other than Gamefront, would be voice acting. I've always been really fascinated with the art of bringing things to life with your voice.
See, I don't know for sure, but I worry about having that as a job, that it might take away some of the entertainment of it for yourself. Like, I don't know. I want to always be doing stuff outside of art also. You know?
Mm. So you're saying just doing voice acting?
I don't know if I want to just do voice acting or just do improv or just do. Well, I mean, this job here is actually kind of like that. But we have a lot of like database stuff that we do that keeps us moving.
Are you saying you enjoy having the database part of our jobs?
I enjoy having a full spectrum because I feel like, as an artist, that if you are only doing art, then art is imitating art, and art is supposed to imitate life, and vice versa. And I think that you need both sides of that in order to be a full person, you know? That's why I feel like once bands get really popular, and there are the exceptions to the rule, but when they're no longer hungry for it, I don't think they're quite as good.
Yeah. Zach? Dream job,
oh.
other than Gamefront?
Huh. Oh man. Dream job, eh?
Dream job.
The President of the United States of America.
Oh,
Really?
answer.
Could you handle it?
No, I'd run this place into the ground.
But it would be fun.
It would be fun. It'd be fun.
Cry in the Oval Office every day. Someone just tell me what to do.
I'm gonna push the button.
Oh, what else?
I'm a fan of fanny packs.
Fanny packs are some of the most embarrassing things that ruined family pictures of mine from the 90s. I don't like them.
Let's see. To all Gamefront, what would you recommend for a YouTuber like myself to get my channel noticed more? Well, for one, don't post comments on our videos advertising in every single video. That just kind of annoys people. But yeah, I would say the best thing to do is try to find a unique angle for your videos. Don't just do Call of Duty videos unless you're really, really, really good and you can, impress people with your no-scope sniping skills from all the way across the map. Try to get your videos linked on Kotaku. That always helps. And yeah, anyone else have any?
I would say that something that's important is, and I don't know for sure, this is actually something that I want to start trying out for myself, but trying to keep topical on new things that are going out so that you can legitimately, like you're playing a new game, perhaps you're talking about, a war inspector's discussion on, what was Wolfenstein today. So if you're playing a video game and then you talk about Warren Spector and then you link in the tags of I'm talking about Warren Spector's tweets, then maybe, and I don't know if this will work, I'm just thinking right now, this is the first I thought of it, that maybe that's a way to get searched more often. Because not a lot of people, I don't think, are doing that. It's what you got to do is what nobody else is doing because that's the only way to stand out.
Quality content.
Quality content.
I mean, any jackass can do a walkthrough. I'm not trying. It's not a jab. That was not a jab. Like, hey, these fuckers here. No, but it's just like you said, you got to have an angle, and you got to be giving them something that they can't find elsewhere. And it's just like YouTube's flooded with people who have walkthroughs, so you're gonna have to have your personality driving that. So beyond just I don't think you could just justify doing walkthroughs and expect that to grow very big or quickly.
That's a good point. What else we got here?
Chop up your videos. Make them short. Sweet. People like to share stuff.
Have we got any of your questions yet, Mitch? No, you haven't.
Not even once?
I'm surprised. Well, there was... no, not even one.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised also.
What would it take to get inside your pants? James, do you have an answer for that?
Let's see.
I feel like we answered Scotch whiskey, Cosmopolitans for this guy,
Apatinis.
him and the tennis team, and then me, I'll take my vodka.
You know what? For me, it's like if we're really talking about if you wanted to get with a guy like me, I'm looking for someone that's funny, that laughs a lot, and that's positive. Those don't sound like good attributes?
The funny part,
They're dumb.
I don't want someone who's positive.
I love positivity. I just love it.
What do you think of the choice to not have David Hayter doing the voice for Snake in Metal Gear Solid anymore? I think it's dumb.
I think that they'll come around. I don't think David Hayter is not going to do the voice of Snake. I think it would be a completely stupid move. Unless David Hayter did something to piss off Kojima or Konami.
Maybe they
or something
can't,
like that.
he's not agile enough to do the motion capture.
That's not the case.
How do you know?
Stop! It's not. Stop.
Isn't that the case with
That's
Splinter
the case.
Cell?
Yeah, that's the case with Sam Fisher. But if that was the case, why would they just say that?
Because they didn't want to insult the guy by saying, hey, you're too old and we don't want you to roll around and break something.
Well, and then the other thing is, they said that the Japanese voice actor was coming back, and I'm pretty sure the Japanese voice actor is at least the same age as David Hayter.
I'm not going to say anything, it'll just get racist.
Okay, moving on then.
Just because you never mind.
I think it's dumb. I think they'll come around.
What else? We already answered that one.
I won't be.
Here's a riddle. A cowboy rode to town on Friday, stayed there for 3 days, and left on Friday. How is it possible?
The horse's name is Friday.
Or that's a good one, but here's the other answer, and it's hard to argue this. You said he stayed 3 days, but you didn't say he did not stay more than 3 days. So he could have stayed 3 days and then another 4 and left on Friday. See? And had a horse named Friday. Both those things are true.
Got 2 correct answers.
Wait.
What?
How?
Did I read it wrong?
No, I'm just wondering, like, how do you get from Friday in 5 days?
If you stay for 3 days and then another 4 days, that's 7 days.
Okay, you
That's
said
how
3 and
many
4? I didn't hear you say 3 and 4.
What did you say? 3 and 2?
I heard 3 and 1.
You're crazy.
I am.
All right. Have you guys ever committed a crime?
Are you looking at the Twitch chat, by the way?
Ooh.
He's getting questions I don't see over here, so.
Thank the Lord. Blah, 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 blah. Have you ever tried Neverwinter?
No.
Nope, me neither.
Damon's not coming along. It's not coming along very well. But I'm trying.
Anybody watching the hockey tournaments?
Nope.
Oh! No, but I'm intrigued. Now I want to ask them questions. Who's in it?
The hockey tournament?
Yeah. Playoffs?
I'm sure there's a lot of people in it.
Stanley Cups? Playoffs? Stanley Cups?
How long have you guys been working at Gamefront?
2 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Me and James have been here since...
James and I.
He's been doing that to me since the day we started. James has been here the longest, technically.
I got here first that morning.
No, when we started doing the walkthrough channel, it was James and Aaron Schacht, and I was still in school. And then once
Who is Aaron2815 in the chat? Why he's always so angry? I'm kidding.
Is that your question to them?
No. Go ahead. Keep talking.
But yeah, and then once my school let out, then I joined them, and then Aaron left, and then Zach joined.
Schools for fools! Look at me! That's all. Ooh, Zach, what are your tattoos of? Any gaming ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to show you all of them. I got, Big Daddy.
That's the butt of Cammy.
It's the butt of Cammy.
And then if you look further up, you can see the face
the rest of Cammy, but her butt is pretty prominent. And then I got Claptrap. I mean, it's not showing up at all.
Well, that was actually another question that I was going to put on here. Well,
yeah.
But so you guys have gotten like 3 of the ones that I was going to put on, but none of the ones that that actually. Put
Here's
on
one. Why is Zach so high?
Huh?
Why so high, Zach?
Oh.
Okay. Well, that kind of counts as this one. I was gonna say, how much weed do you all smoke? So
Yeah.
that's one.
Apparently, I'm the highest. Much.
How do you guys keep morale
Morale. You missed an E there.
high around the office?
We behead chicken every now and then.
Behead a chick?
Yeah, doesn't that doesn't...
That would bum me out if every Thursday it's like, we're going to have to behead another chicken. Bring out our pet chickens. Not my favorite chicken!
I thought that when I was doing that, it was something that you guys were appreciating.
No, it's kind of been a cloud over me.
It's the most frightening thing when you just chop off its head and you put the body on the ground and it just runs around the office for a bit and you start chuckling.
Hilarious!
Yeah, I know. It's scary shit.
Man. Alright, I'll stop doing that from now on.
People think James and I are the weird one. You.
Okay, somebody also asked, have you guys ever committed a crime? Unless it's the same person as before. And the answer is, I guarantee every one of us has committed a crime. I refuse to believe that nobody has. If you've crossed against the light, that's a crime. I've committed it, I got busted. Get some hard time! I had a warrant, I actually still do have a warrant out for my arrest for that.
I'm a good boy. The worst thing that's ever happened to me is I got a warning for speeding.
So you sped?
Yeah.
So you committed a crime. Okay, go on.
No,
Zach,
I'm not denying it.
You said you're a good boy, so the worst ever was a warning.
You can be a good boy and still commit
criminal.
crimes.
Rehabilitated criminal. Zach, have you ever committed a crime?
Yes.
Jaywalking?
Let's say it was that.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, I've committed lots of crimes, but nothing that I've ever gotten in trouble for, so I think that's really the honestly the best thing.
Would you guys do a meetup with Frontliners? I would love to do a meetup. I just don't know how we could.
I've met one frontliner.
Ryan on contact.
Yep.
Or I don't know his last name. I probably shouldn't
Ryan.
say it. Ryan.
Had gone to one of my shows at the West Side Comedy Theater, and we also saw one at E3 last.
Saw one.
Yep.
That's
Kevin,
the spectacle that it was. We saw one. He was out in the wild.
Yeah, and I met someone at a GameStop. He recognized me.
Didn't we meet a couple guys at that one Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, that was also at the IM
All-Star.
IM 8-Bit. We met a couple of people. But like an organized meetup would be cool. I just don't know the venue or how we would.
The counter, 4 o'clock. See you there.
Yeah, I mean, this guy performs every week at the West Side Comedy Theater. That's
if you guys want to see James,
I
he's
have a
always
show,
in public.
Yeah, I have a show at least once a week. This week I have, I think, 5 shows.
Looks
I
like you
have
had to
one
count them
tomorrow.
on your
Well, I don't even know. I have 1 tomorrow night. I have 3 Friday night and 1 Saturday night. So that's 5. Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's see. James, any play? Are you guys still not sick of watching James play the Souls games until Dark Souls 2?
I'm not sick of playing them. I keep playing them by myself now.
And they're asking if you want to do a Demon Souls.
I was thinking about it now that it's on PlayStation Plus.
Maybe.
Maybe, but probably not for Gamefront. I think that I think these guys can't stand watching me play it anymore.
How do you get a job at Gamefront? Well, if you're like me, you work really hard throughout your whole college career and go on this path of going into video games and writing about video games and making walkthroughs for video games. If you're like these two, you see an ad on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I actually had it emailed to me by a friend, so I wasn't even really looking.
I actually just stumbled upon the office as I was. No, I did find.
Because I was high one day, looking into the sun. I walked in to get some shade. Mark Burnham was there. He was like, "Hey, you look like you could be funny.
You guys should have a panel at Comic-Con." Yeah, that would be great. It would be great if we all had $1 million.
Yeah, smaller conference.
Wait, you need to pay to have a panel at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Why?
You need to buy space.
Ugh.
and then time and that's
Who knew you could buy space and time?
Yeah, you can buy space time. Ugh.
Act now.
James, do you ever get pre-show jitters?
Well, that's a good question, actually.
Do I ever get pre-show jitters? Honestly, what was I was in a show recently that I was nervous about.
Cage match, the final one that you eventually lost.
I guess. No, you know what the ones that I get most nervous are? The ones where I'm working with teachers. When I'm in a teacher show and I have my students watching me, I'm more nervous than ever because I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm saying to do. And so that puts me in my head, and I think that I've been doing it long enough that 99% of the time I don't get nervous. I try to get myself energized, so I'll do what we call shakedowns, where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do all the limbs, and you just try to get your blood pumping. That's the nice thing about when you're a new performer with stage fright. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to get on stage." It's like, damn, you're scared. You should get on stage. That's great energy to have. Like if you've been doing it too long, you have to figure out like how to keep yourself on edge like that.
Best film ever seen, Ghost Dad.
You got a good point there, my friend. You were just pointing at me to be saying, like, thanks for turning you on to it, right?
Yeah.
That was your answer?
Ghost Dad is fantastic. I haven't even seen it yet. I feel like my life is complete just knowing about it.
No, yeah. Anyone, once you come out of the birth canal of a woman,
Well, as opposed to out of the birth canal of
a man.
Oh, okay.
Is that not how it happens?
Sometimes,
right? When a man loves another man.
When a man. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't even know what I was getting at. Ghost Dad, Bill Cosby's there to welcome you. Pokemon! And you're like, Ghost Dad! And you're like, I don't even know who Ghost Dad is.
Okay.
I'm so high right now.
You are terrible, Zach.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, it's
Heat.
almost.
I just want to say Heat is my actual favorite movie before I get... No, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction is mine.
That's a good one.
Ghost Rider 1.
I love that you say that.
No, I don't know. It's
Shit.
tough. I feel like my favorite movies probably... I mean, I have to have different sets for, like, comedy and drama. 'Cause I think my favorite probably all-around movie is Life is Beautiful. Because it's funny, it's romantic, it's action, it's a good movie. But if I was going for comedy, probably The Big Lebowski. Have you guys seen The Big Lebowski?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Good, do it. They haven't seen Being John Malkovich either.
Yeah.
Sorry. What did you guys do before working at Gamefront? I saw.
My last job. Right? Well, no, my last job for about 3 or 4 years, I worked for Activision and Treyarch, working on first Guitar Hero DS, then Guitar Hero World Tour DS, and then the combo pack for DS, and then Guitar Hero 3 DLC, Guitar Hero 4, 5, and then I moved to Blur, finally.
I can still beat him at Guitar Hero.
I was always terrible at Guitar Hero.
We gotta get Blur out here.
And then Black Ops.
Before Gamefront, I did written walkthroughs for Mahalo.com. I did video walkthroughs for Mahalo.com, not in-house at their office, but I did it from my dorm room. Basically paid through my living expenses through doing that. And then I did some work for our boss now, Mark Burnham. He made his own website called dualwielder.com, which I did a couple videos for. And then I basically just meandered around, or I went to school at Cal Poly Pomona, so I became the news editor for the campus newspaper there. And then after school, I became part of Gamefront.
We got one of those questions.
I worked at a burrito shop
yet.
During high school, and then after that, I pretty much just went to college for a bit, and then I got this job. I can wrap a mean burrito.
Yeah! I just wanted to point out on the Twitch, we did get one of those questions.
Oh, yeah?
Which one was it?
The Minecraft one.
What happened to that? Was my number one question.
Yeah, I was surprised it took this long for it to come out.
All right, who wants to answer this one?
I'm sure they are too.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, you can.
All right, so the Minecraft show. What happened to the Minecraft show? Let me just first say, James always loves the Minecraft show. He always wanted to keep it going. The problem was that after a certain point, I'm only speaking for myself right now. I kind of felt like we were doing the same stuff over and over again, and I honestly am not that big of a fan of Minecraft. My love for Minecraft came when we let everyone in and they were making stuff, and I got to see all the talent that people could have in the game, and that was super cool for me. But the problem was that people didn't really want to see us just, looking at things that other people made, even though that was my favorite part of the show. And I just kind of felt like it was getting stale, and when things got stale, I wasn't really having fun, and if I'm not having fun, I felt like, it wasn't fun to make. It wasn't a good thing to watch if you're not having fun. Zach, what were your thoughts on it?
I don't know. It was a lot of fun for a while, and then I think it just became too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, we're the ones to blame on the Minecraft show. James always wanted to keep it going.
I miss it still. I miss it still.
You should start it up on your own channel then.
I don't know if that would be allowed. I don't know if I'd be allowed to do that, but I'd sure love to. I loved Minecraft show. It's like heaven. But yeah, I mean I understood, because if you're not enjoying it, then you're faking it. And if there's one thing that makes, I hope, Gamefront special, is that we don't fake it.
Yeah.
That's
exactly the reason why I didn't want to really keep going with it. So yeah. How much longer are we going to go with this, by the way?
We should probably stop pretty soon.
Maybe like 2 or 3 more questions?
Yeah.
Well, how many more questions do they have to guess? Because don't you think we should work it in some way where it's like, look, you got 3 questions you got to guess. We'll give you 6.
Sure. We got there's 3 more questions. We'll give you 6 chances. That sounds good.
First, Zach, favorite band or bands? This was a specific one to you.
Say Anything is probably one of my favorite bands.
Fish.
That wasn't his answer.
I thought you said Say Anything?
Oh, Fish.
No, so Say Anything is a band? I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're an alternative rock band. Pretty good. Is Fish yours? I mean, you guys may know.
No, actually, Fish used to be my favorite band. It's tough. I think probably the Grateful Dead, the Beatles, Fish. It's hard for me. Of new bands, I would say I really like the Flaming Lips, but I've been kind of disappointed in them lately. I don't know. What about you? Say Anything, and then you were going to go on to more.
No, I think that's good.
You really have that easy to make a favorite band, huh?
Yeah.
They must be pretty damn good.
To me, they are the bee's knees.
Cool. Mitch?
Favorite band? Favorite band is hard for me. It changes a lot. AC/DC is a mainstay. I love AC/DC.
I didn't picture you as an AC/DC fan.
I actually do a pretty good Brian Scott impression.
Nice.
No, Brian Johnson. Bon Scott. Brian Johnson, right? Is that
All I know is Angus Young.
Angus Young?
That's a guitar player, right?
Yeah. I don't know the other AC/DC guys. I mean, I like them, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I love AC/DC. I like Rush also. And split Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm. So, are we gonna... Anything else?
Will you guys ever do one? No.
Wait, what was that?
It was not what you thought.
No? Alright, should we count it for that?
We could, I guess.
Alright.
Which one?
Somebody said, say anything.
Or is that what your band did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
never
band.
mind.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I mean, I did like the Banana Band once. Banana Band?
Banana Band?
Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, you got us. He got me to say banana. We thought somebody was going to say...
Should we cross that off for it?
I guess so.
Okay, so one of the things I said here was...
But I don't think, if they haven't asked the questions, I don't think they should hear them, because there's no reason to bring them up if they haven't brought it up.
Alright. So we'll say that they got, what, 3?
No, they didn't get 3. Yeah. We did banana.
Okay. Whatever.
So, we were wrong. We thought you guys had predictable questions.
Let's see.
What is your full name, Mitch?
Mitchell von Schleitzenskin.
Interesting that
that's not
skin
true, is it?
Yeah. No, that's not true.
Do you have a middle name?
Yeah, what is your middle name?
My middle name is Brandon.
Brandon?
Really?
Why is that so
stupid middle name?
That is so dumb. That's a first name. Parents, get out.
What's an example of a middle name then?
William
That's a
Ho'okele.
That's a first. Wait, what?
William Ho'okele.
Oh, that's a Hawaii name.
Is that your middle name?
Yeah.
You can't get mad at me for having Brandon as a middle name.
Mitch,
That
this is actually normal. I was joking at that point. If you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say anything.
All
So
right.
I'll just go right on to my middle name, Joseph.
That actually was surprisingly boring.
Oh, yeah. So
I mean,
people called you JJ?
Nobody ever calls me
JJ.
JJ.
It punches me in the face.
Nobody calls me JJ.
So what was that, like 4 questions? You want to do 2 more? 2 more?
2 more questions?
I've already done a tour of the Gamefront office.
Is it on your channel?
Yeah, it's on
or-
my personal channel.
Yeah. That may be why they didn't see it, Mitch.
How will
Well,
you
my
guys
personal
let us-
channel is Jurassic Rabbit 1 on YouTube.com. I can't really put
Shameless promotion.
Jurassic.
One person. This I won't count this as a
Rabbit
question. This is more of a tech question. How will you guys let us know when the streaming is going on Twitch?
Well, if it's on Twitch and you follow us, and under your connected accounts or notifications, you can be informed of with an email.
Yeah.
I mean, besides you
You
giving
would
us
have
your phone number and having us call you each individually and being like, "Hey, man, I'm about to stream." That's
You
probably
have
the
to
best
check
thing.
your email. I
Yeah.
mean,
You'll have it pop up. But I don't know.
get with the times.
Mike, we could probably post it to the feed on the YouTube channels. So I'd say those are the 2 places to check.
I mean,
Yeah,
generally, also what I do, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I always post, oh my god.
Shameless promotion.
This is not shameless promotion. This is telling people how to
Leave it
know
out.
when the stream is going. I post on Twitter whenever I stream.
What's your Twitter
Yeah.
handle?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to say, I'll let people figure it out.
It's Mitch from Gamefront.
No,
It's Mitch. It's Gamefront Mitch.
Gamefront Mitch.
Okay.
See, you guys did it, not me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
Manipulation.
How about this one? Least favorite walkthrough to work on?
Least favorite walkthrough to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield 3. No, Dragons. What's that one? Dungeon Siege.
Dragon's
3.
Age?
Dungeon Siege
Dungeon
3.
Siege 3.
That's pretty bad, but Battlefield 3 and that were terrible.
The most frustrated I got with the walkthrough, I think, was Motorstorm Apocalypse. Not because it was a bad game, but because I had it in my head that I had to get first, for pretty much every race rather than just qualifying. And thankfully, eventually, I said, fuck that, because the game was super hard. But I'm not good at racing games, and that game was especially difficult, so that game pissed me off.
It's tough because there's two games that come to mind. One of them is Dragon's Age 2, which I believe if I played again, I would enjoy it a lot. I went at it at the wrong angle. I was under a lot of stress. It was my first walkthrough, and it took me forever. But No More Heroes, I didn't spend very many videos on it because I just couldn't do it. I was like, quit it.
That was the most I've seen James struggle with a game.
I couldn't beat even like the first level. And maybe it had something to do with using the PlayStation Move, and like my back was basically against the wall, so I had to like hold it over here. And I wouldn't use the controller because I was all into the PlayStation Move fanboy stage of my life.
All right, so let's get one more question, then we'll call it.
Worst food ever eaten?
Everything. I hate food.
Mitch is a robot.
Oh, hey, it's Ryan.
Oh, is that the Ryan you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, he's on your stream.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's a Gamefront guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else?
He's 50 years old. Did you know that?
What?
He's 50 years old.
It sounds like you're spreading rumors right now.
Maybe. Love you, Ryan.
Let's see.
What about was the worst food ever eaten a terrible question?
Well, I mean,
Battlefield 3 or Black Ops 2? I think the real question is,
do you guys
Ghost or Battlefield 4?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you would prefer the old cartoony one, Deaded 101, because it's your drawing.
Do you guys not have? Do you guys not have a worst food ever eaten?
I don't know.
You don't have like one thing that you ate one time that was terrible? It's not that like maybe pizza you like, but one time it had a puppy on it and you were like didn't dig it.
Not as good as normal.
Because I have a good bad food story.
No, go ahead.
Go for it. Yeah.
Well, when I was younger, I had never eaten a coconut that was real, only shredded coconut. And
That's
my
real
dad
coconut. Challenge.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I had never eaten a fresh coconut. I had only had that shredded stuff on top of those snowball things. So my dad and I got a coconut from the store and brought it home. And he was all like, okay, this is how you eat a coconut. And like drilled a hole into it and emptied the juice out. Like he did 2 holes in it, emptied the juice out, and let me drink it. And I drank it, and I was like, oh, it really doesn't taste good. But I was like, I wanted the experience of having coconut milk, and like, so I drank this. We crack open the coconut, and it was filled with mold. It was awful. It was awful. And
where did you get the coconut from?
Out there, it's called Jewel, but it would be the same as Ralph's or Dominic's. It was just a grocery store.
It was a grocery store.
It was a grocery store.
Crazy guy.
And my dad was like, well, we just got one. He's like, you can drink it. And I was like, it doesn't taste good, but I kept drinking it because I'd never had it. And I had asked for it. And then when we cracked it open, it was moldy. It was terrible. I have no idea how that happened. Never had a coconut since.
Oh. No, I don't really have a really
You
bad
play it
food
pretty
story.
safe when it comes to eating food.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why. I
Cheese
don't.
sticks and chicken fingers. That's all Mitch eats.
I wouldn't say shut the fuck up, but it's pretty much true. What's your bad food story?
It's when I ate that actual chunk of the ghost pepper not too long ago, and then it gets worse. I can't think I told you guys this. I then went to aerial fabrics class that night,
Oh no.
and my stomach was feeling terrible, and I left my wallet in my car, and Eileen was like, "Oh, just come with me to the next door or little corner store, and we'll buy you something." And we go over there, and it's a Middle Eastern store. I don't understand any of the words.
Let me just say, your first mistake was trusting Eileen to buy you something.
She was very sweet, and she was with her sister, so I was like, she's not going to show that she's a jerk to her coworkers. And anyway, we go over there, and I see like this drinkable yogurt. Like, that's the words I understand, just as drinkable yogurt. Everything else is not in English. And I'm like, okay, I think that'll be good for my stomach, kind of like milk. Grab that, and then we get some naan bread. I pay for it. Go back to class, start drinking. I'm like, oh, this is really sour. It tastes like it's old. But they were like, oh, it's from another country. It's probably just not like America's drinkable yogurt where it's sugary as shit, which I'm used to, like kefir. So I just kept drinking it. And then I think I was probably 50% of the way through. Then I finally see the expiration date, and it's 2 weeks old. And I was just like, boo. Give me more bread. Give me more bread. I just shoved bread in my mouth. And I went over to the store, and the guy was like, I just got those delivered yesterday. The guy's clearly screwing me. And he gave me exactly $1.50 back. Did not give me my tax back. Well, I guess it was Eileen's money in the long run. So that was the embarrassing thing, too. It was like, they're like, go get another one. I walked over, and all the ones had the same date. And I was just like, can I get my money back? He gave me $1.50 and was just like, go!
Did you get sick afterwards?
Well, no.
You don't know if it was that or if it was the ghost pepper?
Yeah, I don't know what. There was a lot of things going. And then, like I said, I was Aerial Fabrics class, so I'm like, you know what I'm going to do now? Get on a trapeze and swing around like a jackass. Now I'm going to go home and let my asshole blow itself out.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think we could do this forever, but eventually we have to call an end to this.
Yeah.
But this was fun.
It was.
I enjoyed this.
I'm sure we'll do it again.
I'm sure we will. Anyone else? Final words?
I guess it'd be thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like.
Comment.
And subscribe!
Alright, let's do that. Dot.